Hello everyone, it is Leah from Dime Culture, and today's video is a kind of laid back video. I'm working in my sketchbook doing some art journaling. A thought had occurred to me while watching another artist's video here on YouTube. The artist was showing all of the art supplies they were going to be taking with them for a Plein Air art trip. In that moment, I realized that I too pack way too much stuff when leaving the comfort of my own home to do art. It's summer, one of the perfect seasons to be outside painting/drawing, and currently I'm always art journaling inside looking out a window as of late. And I told myself it's because of the ease of use, because all my art supplies are here, they're easily accessible. But why do I need access to all of my art supplies? Seriously. Yes, having the supplies to explore and express with no limitations is nice. But does one really need that all the time? Especially when you're working in your art journal, processing your emotions and expressing your feelings and working through things? This is where my Tombows came into effect. So I enjoy using my Tombow markers for quick sketches in my sketchbook, in my art journal, even in my workbook, which I use for mapping out projects. And I love using them for lettering. So I wanted to see just how well these would perform as the one tool used to create art. And if you are curious as to knowing just how well Tombows work for hand lettering, I did post a video 2 weeks ago showing how to hand letter basics, and I'll leave a link to that in the description, and a little pop-up icon will occur right now in the video if you'd like to click over to watch that as well. So anyways, why not take just one pencil case with you when you're outside, when you're going on hikes, or spending time in your own garden? You know, when you're outside, why take so much and weigh down yourself with a heavy bag? What I did was pick out all my favorite colors and put them in a pencil case and limit myself to using just what's in that pencil case. But I will admit, I have done some tests to see just how well these Tombows would work in the art environment versus a lettering environment. So I am linking it to the blog post where I have provided all the photos of my tests, and so you can see the result of what they really are and just how extensive I went into testing. Because there are different ways, because you could always do tip to tip and plastic usage and all this stuff, but let me just say, all in all, the best way is to draw your color down and then use a water brush or a paintbrush dipped into water to activate that color. You can also use your marker being brushed onto a piece of plastic, a plate, a palette of some kind, and then picking that marker pigment up with a wet brush. But then that means having to bring more materials with you that you can do that with. So even though that works amazingly, I do suggest doing the draw then wet as your go-to for out and about. Now, I do want to disclaimer something. Now, when it comes to using Tombow brushes or water-based markers, the paper that you use really does matter. So using something that is mixed media or watercolor paper type sketchbook is ideal, because water-based markers, like my Tombows, they actually eat up paper if you rub them too hard onto the paper, just because of the materials that they're made of, the water-based pigments and dyes, that type of stuff. Also, I just wanted to point out that during my testing, I discovered that not every color re-wets, or I should say wets, the same way as others. So let me explain that in a better way. Let me try to explain that better than that. Okay, so for example, I have dark colors and pastel colors. Now, when wetting one of my dark vibrant colors, they wet and the color spreads amazingly. Like, you can't even see where your marker marks are. So where you had been drawing with the brush marker. And then if I waited some time, so I did a 1 minute test, a 5 minute test, and a 1 hour test, those colors still look great. There are some times when you start to see it as time goes on that there is the area where you were drawing. But if you compare that to a lighter pigmented color, which when used when freshly drawn down looks really nice, and then you compare that to, say, letting it dry for about a minute and then wetting it, those colors, some of them actually leave a mark. So you can see where you had been drawing, and then where you wet it looks much thinner. So my suggestion for that is when you use your water-based markers, and I'm using my Tombows because that's what I have, so you can use any brand that you have for this, but I definitely suggest, no matter which brand you are using, to test it first in your sketchbook. So whichever art journal that you're doing or using, test it out on one of the pages prior to going out. That way you don't have any surprises. Like, there are fun surprises when crafting and creating and painting, and then there are the not so nice surprises. We're about to reach the end of the video, but before that happens, I wanted to just reiterate how I feel about using these water-based markers on watercolor paper. And I know I mentioned it earlier, I recommend using it, but I really recommend it, mostly because by using these markers in watercolor paper type books, you're able to do more with it. So you're able to layer your colors on top of each other, you're able to use colored pencils, you're able to do more with it. So if you lay one color down and it dries, you're able to go back over it and redraw something or re-letter something. You know, you can do more with it, so it allows for more expression and usage, which is what this is all about, being able to use one type of product like water-based markers to do everything on the go. Yeah. Anyways, it is the end. I'm about to run out of time. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave it in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up. And if you loved this video, or you like taking art and using it for healing, and you're interested in more of that type of topic, hit that subscribe button, because that's what I do here at Dime Culture, is I show products being used for the usage of healing through art. Now, the video is going to end off with a cute little clip of my puppy as he joined me outside today when drawing. He is trying to eat grass, which is not something I encourage, but he looks so cute, I had to share it. All right, stay magical, everyone.